Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the last Monday of 2024. This is our Monday Morning Miracle Call, and my name is Michelle Niels, and I'm in Fort Collins, Colorado. And I am so happy to be here with all of you on this last Monday of 2024 as we celebrate our successes with these amazing light therapy patches. I am wanting to just give a few ground rules for those of you who are new. And it looks like there are some new faces. So I do hope that those of you who are new will learn a lot and just kind of revel in this amazing heart-centered community that we have. We are so blessed. We are just so blessed. We love Robin and Gregory Mascari and all of our leaders and all of our team, upline, downline, crossline. We are a beautiful family, and we're so happy you're here. So the kind of the housekeeping is we spend the first 15 minutes of this Monday Morning Miracle Call on the star of the show, which is the X39, as you all know. So for the first 15 minutes, please limit your shares to the X39. And after that, we can open to the other patches. We do not name diseases or disease names of any kind because the LifeWave patches do not treat, cure, prevent. We don't make any claims about diseases. So let's stay compliant and speak of symptoms only. And keep your shares brief, please, like 30 seconds to a minute. Those of you who raise your hand in the beginning can sometimes go longer because there's not a lot of hands going up. So in the beginning, you can speak a little bit longer, but let's be mindful of not speaking too long so that lots of people can share. So we have Dushenka, and go ahead and unmute, my dear.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to tell you that my daughter, who is 13, dances ballet 25 hours a week. And just before Nutcracker, she needed new point shoes. We know she needed new point shoes because she was getting a blister on her big toe. And on her third toe, it was red and swollen. We couldn't get a point shoe fitting until January. And she still had 4 Nutcracker shows to dance. And I said, not doing this nonsense. Gave her an X39 to put on in the morning, even though she's 13. And she put it on. The blister went away. There was no red or swelling in the toe. She danced 4 Nutcracker shows. And we've retired those point shoes. No problem.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Dushenka. The Nutcracker, what a wonderful program. I love that story. I hope everyone had a beautiful Christmas and Hanukkah. Okay, Gregory, you're next.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment because I have other things happening this morning that as we approach the end of the hour, we're going to have to stop on time or a minute or two before because I have a couple of announcements. So get your hands up before the end of the call. Sometimes right at the end of the call, all of a sudden 3 or 4 more hands come up.
Yeah.
We really try and keep this call down to 30 minutes because it's Monday and everybody has a busy day. So if you want to give a testimonial or ask a question, get your hand up sooner than later.
Thank you, Gregory. So when you say hour, you mean the end at the bottom of the hour?
At the bottom of the hour, excuse me.
Of the hour.
This is a 30-minute call. So
yes.
At the bottom of the hour, we're going to try and stop on time today.
That sounds good. So a couple minutes before the bottom of the hour, I'll turn it over to you, Gregory, for announcements.
1 minute, that's all I need.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. So get your hands up, everybody. I'm sure there's lots of stories about your holidays and sharing with family and friends and maybe burnt fingers on turkeys or hams or whatever. I don't know. Get your hands up. All right, Emily, or is it Omal? How do you say your?
Omalai starts with Om. I want to wish everybody so many blessings in the new year that's coming to us in health and joy. I had so many wonderful things happening to me that I had to make a little list. So I've been on the X39 patch for just over a month since I met Sunshower on Thanksgiving Day on our walk in the sun. I haven't had a single severe facial pain day since the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Now I know maybe that was retracing and my body revisiting that old circuit. This has been a problem for me for over 20 years due to sinus disease and illness and lots of surgeries. My digestive system has calmed down tremendously, and seems to be just returning to much more normal function after also decades of issues, quite severe in the last few years. I'm so excited to have things working more normally and eating without pain. And there's a lot of pressure off of me because I'm eating things that aren't the perfect food at the perfect time of day and doing all the things right and taking all the supplements. This is a new world for me. It's such a joy. And I'm just looking back over a month and seeing all these changes. Now, since the first day, I had improved sleep and my dreams came back vivid and clear. I didn't even realize how much they'd gone away. I don't need to lie down in the afternoon for several hours anymore and do healing transmissions and meditations just to get through the day. I have the energy now. A large scar on my abdomen is narrowing and getting paler and paler, and I didn't even realize it until the last few days from an old surgery 37 years ago when a big tumor was taken out of my belly. And I have sound in my ears, and I heard on a call recently, put a patch on your right wrist. So I tried that yesterday, and today it's not present. So it's a lot of good news from my end, plus a lot of feelings. I can tell I'm in an enormous period of change, and everything in my body is adjusting. And it feels like maybe it's a big piece of work for me. So I'm taking care of myself emotionally better than ever as I go through all these changes. Thank you so much, everyone.
Wow, Omalai. Well, you could write a small book, a little novelette. I think those are some amazing stories. You've pretty much covered every body system, I think. So beautiful. What a gift that you two met. I heard the story about how you two met on the street and just a look across the street and a soul connection. So welcome to our family and thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We have Annette and then Sabrina and then Laura Ben. You're still muted, Annette.
Thank you. Yeah, it took me a minute.
There you go.
Thank you, Michelle. I had a Merry Christmas, everyone, and Happy New Year. I had a great Christmas, but Sunday, when we were going to celebrate birthdays of two of our grandsons, I'm coming down the stairs with presents in my hand, tripped on the last stair, and I fell on my my left cheek of my rear end and then my left wrist. And I actually broke the wrist. It's I don't know how to say that compliantly, but snapped.
That's not a disease.
That's not a disease. Exactly. You can say you broke a bone. That's fine.
Thank you. Yeah. And so I went to, thank you. I went to the emergency room with my husband after the party and we waited for many hours, but anyway, they had to cut my wedding band off because my fingers were so swollen and I couldn't bend anything that evening, 4 or 5 hours later. And that was just Sunday. Here I am. I'm able to bend and I'm doing pretty well. I'm pretty patched up too. I have a couple X39s and X49. So anyway, I love the performance package. I love all of the LifeWave products. And I thank you so much for letting me share.
Thank you. Thank you, Annette. Well, the call wouldn't be the same without you sharing. We love our shares. We love our community. We love our stories. Thank you. All right, Sabrina and then Laura Ben.
Good morning. Sorry, my camera is not working real well this morning, so I just had to turn it off.
Okay, that's okay.
And I am very new to this LifeWave journey here, and I am living in Guadalajara, Mexico, and I'm a massage therapist. So my right hand thumb had been in a lot of pain for probably about a week after doing lots of massage. And my sponsor, Sandy Walters, told me to give the patch a try, the X39, and put it directly on kind of the outer part of my thumb where it hurt. And I was a little skeptical, I will say, honestly, to begin with, but I put it on. And the next morning I woke up and it was at least 50% less pain in my hand. And I was like, okay, there's probably something to this. So I tried it again the next day, and like the pain was gone after 2 patches. So I'm very interested in learning more about the other patches that are available. I've just ordered some of the sleep patches because I have sleep issues. So I just want to say thank you. And this is the first meeting I've been on, so I'm interested to hear all the other stories.
Thank you. Thank you, Sabrina, and welcome. And just a quick note about sleep and about using other patches, you know, give it, how long have you been? Did you say how long have you been using the X39? Just a few days?
About a week.
Yeah,
Okay.
beautiful.
So that's you're almost you're kind of a one patch wonder having that relief so fast.
Yeah.
Hand. And the X39 will help with sleep for many, many people. That's one of the first things people say. So it's fine that you ordered the other patch, but I would just suggest that you give the X39 at least a month and just see if
Okay.
you notice your sleep stabilizing.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Laura Ben, then Lynette, and then Annette again. Okay, Laura Ben.
Hi, good morning, everybody. So people that have been in the call before and heard me share my beginning story with the X39 on October 10th. I have had wonderful sleep ever since the second day that I used the X39. I was not able to sleep at all because of pain in my body caused by an accident. And I was so amazed about the result in my great rest. And the second thing that I noticed was what I can't pronounce her name, but the X39 on the wrist because of the sound in the ear, and it went away. And when it comes back, I put it right there again. It doesn't come back as often because I wear my X39 every day, but every once in a while. And then another thing is a scar that I had since 41 years ago. I mean, I actually had 3 surgery on the same spot, and the scar was so thick it was almost the size of my little finger, but longer, but very thick and purplish kind of color, and it's almost gone away. And it's really, really amazing. Other things, I had skin tags all over my neck. Some of them are bigger than other and they're still there, but the little ones are gone. I can feel my neck smooth. And the last thing that I have experienced is that I had severe swelling in my legs and feet. I could not even put my shoes sometimes. And now instead, all that extra liquid in my leg is gone.
Laura Ben, you can write a small novel too.
Like the only thing that I am hoping to heal soon is that I do have, I don't know if I can say it, but my hip joint is dislocated because of the accident. And so when I stand a long time, it starts hurting because it gets out of the joint. But I'm hopeful that eventually even that will be taken care of. Yeah. So thank you so much for X39. Thank you.
Thank you, David Schmidt, our hero. Laura Ben, keep on patching because the longer you use these patches, the more benefits accrue over time. I just want to comment on that, the thing in the ringing in the ear. So a couple people have mentioned that. Is that, I'm asking because I want to know for myself, occasionally I have that issue and for other people, is it putting the X39 like right on?
Not in the middle, it's right toward the center. It's right, I cannot
below
remember
the thumb, like below
right,
your thumb.
yeah, right,
Okay.
right there, yeah.
Okay.
And I put it there, and it like in second, the sound goes away.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow.
And I
Gotta
heard
go
it
try
from
that.
somebody. I heard it from somebody on the call, and
Yeah.
Malaya heard it from me, I think.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. All right. We're such a community, right? We just help each other. We love hearing these stories. I wouldn't miss this call for anything. All right. Thank you, Laura Ben. Now we have Lynette. Hello, dear. Hi, sweetie.
Hi, thank you, Michelle and Laura and was it Emily? I too had a large scar from 3 C-sections, very wide, purple, And 30 something years later, so about 4.5 years later, I started wearing the X39, and my scars are almost all gone, and it's the color of my skin, and it's just amazing. I quit wearing bikinis because of it. But one of my newest things that I've noticed about me is, we had COVID, and so I didn't have my blood checked for a very long time because of it. I have a blood disorder, which is I have low platelets. I'm almost a bleeder. And I also happen to have high cholesterol. So I 6 months ago went and had my blood work done, didn't think too much of it. I noticed the numbers were lower, but I don't know, numbers like this in your blood can do this all the time. Then I just had it done about a month ago again, and my doctor was in shock because the numbers are very clear and the numbers don't lie. And so my cholesterol has gone down to where she's taken me off medication, as well as my platelets. The doctors always wanted to do lots of things like take out my spleen and put me on steroids, and I refused. And then now I'm seeing those numbers go up to numbers I've never had in my lifetime since I was 18, and I'm in my 60s now. So anyway, I'm just saying I love the patches. Sometimes you really gotta wear them for a long time. The proof is in the math of my blood work. I can't make that up. I can't, So anyway, I'm just saying I'm very grateful and wanted to share that with you. Don't get.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, Lynette. So are you in Puerto Rico?
I'm right now today, yes.
Okay. All right, dear. Nice to see you. Hey, just a note, another housekeeping. Please keep your hand up. I don't know if Lynette, if you did it or one of the hosts, but please keep your hand up while you're speaking, because otherwise your face disappears and I can't find you on the screen. So while you're sharing, leave your hand up. Okay, Annette, and then Emily, and then Jonathan, and then Dushenka. Oh my gosh, and then Majay. And that'll be it, you guys, because we're almost 20 after, so that's probably going to be it. Okay, Annette, go ahead.
I will keep this very short. I meant to make this, I have to make a correction. It was actually Saturday afternoon that this happened, but I just also want to tell you, I'm 70 years old. I'm able to wiggle my fingers. My swelling has gone down, and I've really not needed any painkillers. And I have a fracture here. So I just wanted to say, I love these patches. Thank you.
Isn't it nice not to have to take drugs?
Yes,
just say no to drugs, unless you have to. Sometimes you have to. But what happens is, what I've noticed and I've heard on these calls many times is that you take them for a much shorter period of time if you do need them at all.
And you need to drink water and take electrolytes.
Yes, thank you for saying yes, especially for new people on the call. Lots of good filtered water and electrolytes.
Thank you.
All right, Omalai. I will try and remember how to say that.
It's fine. I just wanted to say thank you to Laura Ben, because it was her on the call yesterday passing on about the wrist patch. Now I know the exact location, but it brought me relief so quickly. And I just want to say I'll try never to miss the doc talk, because I take notes as fast as I can and can't keep up from the chat and everyone speaking. And it's so rich and valuable, just like this time here. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Jonathan, good morning, my friend.
Good morning. Sorry, guys. So listen, I can talk about how it's affected my ticker. I can talk about how it's done wonders for my blood pressure. But one of the greatest things this company, David Schmidt, these patches have done has put me in contact with some of the most beautiful people that I know. Thank you, my fearless leaders, Robin, and my good friend I'm staring at right now, Gregory, Michelle, Lavelle, Majay, Micah Curso, Peter LeBerry, all of you guys, and all the people that I saw at the Dallas convention that I was able to hug and put my fingers on. Oh my goodness, it's a wonderful thing. God bless this company and God bless us. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jonathan. What a great share. Aw. All right. Dushenka.
So I noticed it's after 8:15. So I just want to say that I had never used the energy patch before because just using the performance bundle, people said, Dashanka, you have so much energy. You're like the Energizer Bunny. You're making me tired just looking at you. So I didn't think I needed more energy. And then at the corporate boot camp in Anaheim, some speaker made an offhand comment about all the weight they've lost. I said, wait, I haven't lost any weight. I didn't get that memo. And the person sitting next to me said, well, are you wearing the energy patch? I said, of course not. I have lots of energy. She said, well, the energy patch is how I lost 150 pounds. I said, okay, fine. So I went home. I put on the energy patch. I've been wearing them since December 7th or 6th, whatever it is. So about 3 weeks. This is during my son's birthday and Hanukkah and Christmas and all the December things. I have lost 5 pounds since December 7th. And what I noticed is that it didn't give me more energy. It calmed my energy. There were situations where I would have been like, oh my gosh, we gotta get it. It was like, oh, okay, this is what there is to do. First, we're going to do this. Then we'll handle that. You know, we're cutting this off of our to-do list because it doesn't fit. And I just have been really calm throughout the month. My son's birthday cake, I had half a piece of cake instead of half the cake like I usually like to do. You know,
Cravings are changing.
That's awesome. So thanks.
Thank you, Dashanka. We have to remember that the patch is balance, right? I had a friend who gave a sleeve of energy enhancer to her brother. And she said, but I don't use them because I have plenty of energy. And then I had to explain the same thing. It's about balance and homeostasis. So it's not like, and this was the best analogy. It's not like drinking a Red Bull, which I hope none of you do that. Bad stuff. It's not like having a 5 cups of coffee. It's just a balance and a homeostasis restored to the body. All right, Michelle, and then we'll end with sun shower. Okay, Majay.
Thank you. Happy holidays to everyone. Wow. I can't say enough about this phenomenal company and being able to work with such an amazing world-renowned scientist and when I first got into the company with my amazing husband Lavelle, we were working directly with David. And I mean, we were calling David. David was returning our calls and he was helping us out. He was directing us. And it was just amazing. It was like we were direct partners with David. And, now he's so much bigger. And of course, but you know what? We just emailed him. And do you know, it took a couple of days, but he still got back to us.
Oh.
That's huge, huge, mind blowing. Poof. You know what I mean? And that is incredible. I was in extreme, 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 I mean, mind blowing pain when I first started this company 5 years ago. I needed to have 2 hip surgeries and 2 knee surgeries. And to this day, I never had to have it. And it has been incredible. My hands were completely curled in where I could not hold a paper cup, brush my teeth, or even go to the bathroom and clean myself. My husband had to help me with everything. My body completely shut down. I was in a curled up position. I could not walk by myself. I couldn't even go up and down the stairs. I was in agony. And one day, putting these patches on, thank you, Michael Accurso, for loving us so throughout the years. He found this, he used it, he had a miraculous turnaround, and this has given me my life back, mobility back, my miracle back within me instantaneously. And within the last 5 years, none of that pain has come back, and I've been free of all of it. So I thank you, David Schmidt, and God downloading it into his brain.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Beautiful. Amen. Thank you, Majay. I did not know your story. That's quite miraculous. And as Karen O'Neill says, it sounds like miracles, and it's science. We have all
And
the
it's science.
science. It's so cool.
Yes. Yes,
All
yes.
right.
To
Thank you.
back it up.
Thank you. All right, Michelle, and then we'll end with sun shower, and we're going to close the call and turn it over to Gregory after that. All right, Michelle Garrett, go ahead and unmute.
Good morning. I was having pain in a tooth, and it worried me because it's going to be on a weekend. And I thought, oh dear, what if I'm getting an infection? And I thought, well, which patch will I put on it? I thought, well, since that's bone in the bone, I put on 49 on my face. I wore it for one day and it felt a lot better. I put it on again the next day and I realized it wasn't a tooth. Actually, it was my sinuses. The pain had masked. And so I wore X49 on my face for 2 days. And it was so tender, I could hardly even touch it when I started. And it's completely fine. No problems at all. No infection turned up and everything's back to normal.
Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about X49 on the face, but good for you. Well, you were thinking bone because of your tooth, right?
Right,
That's
right.
Very good. Beautiful. Thanks, Michelle. All right, Sun Shower Rose.
Three
My
things.
fellow-
I wonder if I could do it in under 30 seconds. Dushenka, where in the heck did you put those energy enhancers to lose weight? I want to do that. Let me know.
I just put them where the brochure said. I like them just below my knees.
Oh, okay. Got it. I'm also using SP6 regarding appetite. So I think that'll help too. Right, Gregory? Right, Michelle?
Yes, 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 Sun Shower.
And just two quick stories. Some of you know this, some of you don't, but for 72 years, I could not smell. Now I can smell. 2 years. It took 2 years, you guys. X39 works. Be consistent. And now, since 1974, half my tongue has been numbed due to oral surgery. That's coming back right now.
Wow.
The third is thank you, this community. It's a mind-blowing community. We are such a love tribe. I am so honored. Thank you, Robin and Gregory, for entrusting me and my other 3 co-hosts to be here and host these calls. Love you so much.
Thank you, Sun Shower. Beautiful. Well, everyone, that wraps up another incredible Monday Morning Miracle Call. So happy you guys all joined. We had 130 some. And
Yeah.
let's just let that number keep growing. Keep telling your team to come on this call because we learn so much from one another, don't we? And we just, it's our love infusion for the week. So, all right,
And
Gregory.
yeah, thanks, Michelle. And thank you, everybody, for sharing. And the good news about this call, unlike the Sunday night call, which is fabulous, it's definitely the #1 call of the week. 500-600 people joining together on a Sunday evening because most people aren't working on Sundays. And, on Monday morning, a lot of people are still tethered to their jobs, so they can't be with us here live. But this call is always recorded. And usually within 12 to 24 hours, it'll be up on our Live Younger youtube.com YouTube channel. So you can always, if you're inspired by this call and you want to share it with somebody, you can pull that YouTube link out and send it out to everybody, to all your customers and such. It's a very inspiring call. I noticed there was a question I wanted to address in the chat. Someone said, can you use more than one patch? And this is just recently, it's kind of evolved from our sponsor, Dr. Nicholas. He started experimenting and he's been with LifeWave. He was in with 14 years, no, 10 years when we joined. And now he's been in 16 years. So he's been around since almost the beginning, SPD. And he started, many times, pain is a driving force. A lot of people want to deal with pain. And we have something that rocks, it works. And, but sometimes you put one X39 on somebody, either on the C7 at the back of the neck or the point of pain, they get some relief, but it doesn't go away. And what Dr. Nicholas has recently started doing, and other people are starting to emulate, oh, that didn't work, let's put a second one on. Oh, that didn't work, let's put a third one on. By the time the third one goes on, it's gone. And that reminded me, I've been marketing alternative health products and nutritional products for decades. And, in one of my marketing lifetimes, I was marketing a high potency antioxidant product. Many of you are probably familiar with pycnogenol. And our strategy is when someone started on the product, we put them on what we called a loading dose. and we put them on a triple dose of the product for the first 30 days, and almost everybody got results. And then they go down to a maintenance dose of 1 pill a day, 1 tablet a day, but we'd start them out with 3. And sometimes they would, the healing crisis was, we had a sheet that just warned people about the healing crisis. Oh, you're not feeling good. And, many of you heard Robin's story, when she started on the X39 in the back of her neck because of pain in her knee. And a couple of days later, a previous injury in her arm started hurting. And she called her sponsor, Dr. Nicholas. She goes, "Oh, good." And he says, it's retracing. And you can either power through it, drink lots of fluids, or you can back off a little bit. It's your choice. Nice thing about a patch, you can take it off. A pill you can't take out, right? So, but I'm just saying that sometimes if you're dealing with a friend or family member or a prospect that's dealing, if pain is the driving force, what we're trying to deal with, don't be afraid to say, hey, if that doesn't give you sufficient results, relief, try a second, even a third X39, and you'll be delighted about the results you get. So I'm just sharing that. And there was another question here I wanted to address for someone who some are new. They say, can you wear different patches at the same time? Yes, you can. And those of us that have been in for a long time, I have my morning protocol and my evening protocol, and I got 4 or 5 patches on during the day, and I have at least 2 or 3 on in the evening. Didn't start out that way. Started out with X39 only for the first 3, 4, 5 months, but that started working, and I started moving into the other ones. And by God's grace, we're making enough now in LifeWave. Expense is not an issue anymore. But many people when they start with LifeWave, starting with X39 is really nice because it's within the budget of most everybody. If someone's dealing with a serious issue, they could spend $100 here or $1,000 at the doctor, and the doctor's going to fill you up with drugs. And here it's a drug-free way to get your body awakened, and going. And I'm looking at time, and I'm the one that said we had to stop on time.
Gregory, I just want to mention, because you brought it up, we really recommend people keep a single product focus unless you have something serious going on. So X39, without confusing things with other patches, keep it really simple, because that's what duplicates and that's where we get success. So for the first 90 days, all I used was X39. And that's what we recommend for the first 60 to 90 days, unless you have something serious going on. Back to you, Ben.
And we launched our business, and at one point in 6 years ago, we're proud to say that Robin and I created the fastest growing team in the company. And that's people who've been around for 14 years before us, because we came in with a single product focus in a multi-product company. And everybody else, they already had 8 patches, and X39 was the 9th patch. And they just added it to the dessert tray. And it created a little bit more confusion. And we didn't tell people about anything else. In fact, Robin, was on the verge of getting in stem cell injections of $12,500 single non-guaranteed stem cell injection. And with $100, actually only with about $30 worth of X39, because it worked in the first 7 days, her bone-on-bone knee pain went away. So for 90 days, we only used X39, and glad we did. And as you said, Robin, we encourage everyone, when you're starting people, unless there's extenuating circumstances like you broke your wrist, or you got a serious owie going on, we recommend everybody start with a single product focus. So thank you, everyone. We're going to have our final Monday evening call. We're going to have a few guest speakers on there tonight, wishing everyone well, and we'll have some surprises we'll pull out of the hat. It won't be a long call. We want to honor this holiday season and people spending time with their families and such. But every Monday evening at 7 o'clock on liveyoungerzoom.com, we have the Live Younger community call. And and we also have a weekly newsletter. It goes out every Monday. If you're not getting our newsletter, you can go to Live Younger newsletter, singular, liveyoungernewsletter.com, and you can enroll. And if you enroll before 4 o'clock Mountain Time today, you'll get today's newsletter. So with that being said, Michelle, you always do such a wonderful job. God bless you, and God bless all of us. We're so fortunate to have LifeWave, and we'll see you next year. Or we'll see you tonight.
Happy New Year,
Good
everybody.
night, everyone.
Happy New Year,
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
Beautiful New Year to everyone. Thank you so
Happy New
much.
Year.
So glad to be
Welcome,
here.
Jerry.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. Thank you all.
Hails from
Have a
Grand Junction,
wonderful
Colorado.
call.
Happy 2025, everyone.
Wonderful job as usual, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.
Wonderful job, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks,
Happy New Year,
Michelle.
everyone.
Thank you,
Yes.
Gregory,
Thank you,
Robin.
Gregory. Thank you,
Love
Robin.
Tribe.
Happy New Year,
Tribe. Love
everyone.
Tribe.
New Year,
2025.
everyone. Thank you.
It's our time to shine. Get new sunglasses.
Happy fall.
Thanks for all the good stories.
Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah.
happy
Thank
Hanukkah.
Happy
you.
Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Yes, yes, yes.
And Marion and Roland, all my Jew friends.
Bye, everyone.
Love
Gotta
you all.
go.
Ciao.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Everybody.